Right now, we do begin with major breaking news for the Washington Commanders. Star quarterback Jayden Daniels may be done for the season after a serious elbow injury against the Seattle Seahawks last night.
Randy Ayala joins us now from the newsroom with what we know so far about this injury. And Randy, you know what? For a lot of fans, it's giving us flashback to another Washington quarterback who had an injury after during year one it carried over, RG3.
Right. Yeah, some fans' wisdom already comparing this to RG3's injury. Way too early, though, to go there. I'd say let's start with what happened last night. Things really went from bad to worse. Commanders were already down 38-7 when Daniels was seriously hurt here. We tried to blur out some of the video. Daniels was sacked by Seahawks linebacker Drake Thomas, and he used his left arm to brace his fall. But as he landed, you can see his left elbow appeared to bend inwards at just an unnatural angle there. Now, medical staff, they rushed onto the field. They put his arm in an air cast. And if you ask his teammates, Daniel is tough. He fights through his pain. He's already bounced back from hamstring injury and knee injuries earlier this season. But given last night's score and how late it was in the game, some question why Daniels was still on the field for the play. Was the question reporters asked Coach Dan Quinn directly in a post-game press conference. This was his response.
Obviously, I'm just gutted by it. I'm just bummed. We didn't have any read plays on it, and the one that he was on injured is, usually a runner or a throw to the flats, not a scramble.
He's a special kid, and to see him go down like that and been out there for a long time, it's like, it's scary. You know what I mean? But he stood up on his own 2 feet and he walked off the field, and that's somebody you can.
All right, the Commanders have not officially said if he will be out for the season, but we do expect to learn more about his injury when we hear from Coach Quinn later this afternoon. Guys, by the way, the 4th straight loss for the Commanders.
All right, so thank you, Randy, for that information. But keep in mind, I want you to keep this in perspective. It's an elbow injury for him. Back in 2019, Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger in week 2 versus Seattle also injured his elbow. He tore some tendons in his elbow, and he was able to come back the next year.
Okay. Was that, do you know if that was his throwing arm or not?
I believe it was not his throwing arm, I believe, because I believe he's left-handed. But so he had that injury as well, had surgery, and then the recovery. He was able to come back the next year, threw for almost 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, and they won the division the next year. So the Steelers did. So I said all that to say, as gruesome as this injury is, there is a possibility, a strong possibility, that he can come back and be 100% again.
We desperately needed some hope, so I think that was really helpful to have some perspective. We also don't have a full assessment of the injury yet, so just want to caution you on, we are going to learn more today, hopefully have a clearer picture of this. But we've heard Bobby Wagner saying it's time to pray. And you know what? We're thinking of Jayden. We're thinking of, all the fans who so love him dearly. And we're going to have to see how this all shakes out.
Yeah, and he's a great guy with a great attitude. So I'm almost certain that this is going to work out. All right, Randy mentioned this. We're going to be pressing Coach Dan Quinn for updates on Jayden Daniels' condition tonight on Quest for Greatness with Dan Quinn. You can watch that exclusive conversation only on WSA 9 at 6.